When you want your mastering proper.
Compound Audio, we specialise in digital and analogue mixing and mastering. Catering for major record labels, independent labels and self-financed artists.
Right now it's Azza from TNA. I'm here to let you know that I use Compound Audio for mastering.
This is Devilman and I use DAPS at Compound Audio, yeah?
Hi, my name's DJ Rap and I have been working with DAPS from Compound Audio to master my records for the last 10 years.
Yo, this is DJ Fantasy, S-A-S-A-S-A-S in the house. And you know what? We use Compound Audio for all our mastering.
It's TJ, label A&R at D&B All Stars, and whenever it comes to getting tunes finalised and mastered, I go to DAPS at Compound Audio.
Yo, this is X-Man, and standardly I work with DAPS down at Compound Audio.
For more information, go to www.compoundaudio.net.
So who we got? Future, what we saying, bro? Groundhog Day, for real. It's always fucking Groundhog Day around these ways, mate. Do you know what I mean? London, Ethel, watching,
So who we
Drillo
got?
G. Yes. Honestly, mate. Honestly, you, Future and Conclave, oh my days. This show's going to be nothing but jokes, I know. So, I think we got 9 or 10 tunes today. Little selection going on. Nice little selection. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. Yes, Scotty Ups, what we saying, mate? Yeah, so we got this show, then next week I'm not here, then the week after that it's Open the Door with DJ Rap, and then I believe we're doing the Halloween special, so make sure you bring some absolutely gully tunes. So let's just see what's popping then. We might as well just kick it straight off with the first tune. Check it out. So without further ado, let's just
run the motherfucking rhythm.
Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Burgundy on the breath, uncertainty when I step, dancing to every song like it's a contest. Family only, I'm holding hands with a cold piece. Boss to owe me, I'm officially OG. Might throw a roast me, wonder what will the jokes be. Watching them imitate my cool demeanor. It's a new decade, I'm in a whole new arena. Roll the dice in this life and I hit the fever. Get it. Then I hit the fever. Get it. Why see? This is prophecy. Know this was meant to be. Evolve constantly. Half a century. Put your glasses up. Represent for me. Represent for me. Represent for me. Represent for me. Fly from infancy to half a century. Represent. Crying faces for the double ages. Watching my every move. Watching my every move. Uncertainty when I step, dancing to every song like it's a contest. Family only, I'm holding hands with a cold piece. Boss to owe me, I'm officially OG. Might throw a roast me, wonder what will the jokes be. Watching them imitate my cool demeanor. It's a new decade, I'm in a whole new arena. Roll the dice in this life and I hit the fever. Get it. I'm in a whole new arena. Get it. Get it. Then I hit the fever. I'm officially OG.
Interesting. So that was, I don't even think I said the name of the tune. So that's Fever by Europhonics, female DJ, producer in Bristol, smashing it. So listening to the tune, I needed to put a lot of limiting on it. There's something crazy going on in the tonal aspect of this tune. Like the top end was blazing. So I put this low pass on it because just to try and tame it really. And in the mids were just not there in the Amen. There's just no mids in the Amen. And the problem is that they've used a really well-known sample from Nas, and as always when you use a sample from a track that's already mastered or whatever is finalized and then you use it in conjunction with the track you're working on, you have to think about, do I bend my tune to the mastered tune or do I bend the mastered tune to my actual mix of the tune? Because the problem is, if we push out this mid-range here, it sounds great when the sample's not there, but when the sample comes in, it's just taking over. So the main issue for me in this tune is the Amen. I don't know if it's a crappy Amen or it's been over processed where it's been scooped out in the mids or what, I don't know, but it just not sounding right. So yeah, I mean they've also used an Amen break as in a fill from one of my sample packs on the website, and it's free if you want to go and grab it. It's just called 101 Amen breaks. It's always interesting and funny when I hear my own breaks in people's tunes, but check it out.
Then I hit the fever, get it.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's just that top end, it's very bright. There's just no mids. And if we push out the mids, as I say, the sample comes in. So, look.
Then I hit the fever, get it.
But see, without it, just feels really scooped. So need to go back to the project, go back to the Amen, and if you've made a massive scoop from around, I don't know, 500 to 1k, which is around here, then bring that cut back. If you haven't, boost the shit out of it because there's just no mids. You might need to soften the highs here and come out with the mids just to help, because at the moment it just feels very one-sided. And to be honest, I shouldn't have played this tune as the first tune, because like anything, you can listen to music in your car, then go straight to the studio and be like, wow, this sounds amazing, but your ears have just tuned into something in the car. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, it's a great tune, really well put together, organised with the sample and stuff. I'd imagine it would work in a club as a little dub plate, little bootleg. Who've we got in there now? So Doms, big ups bro, and who else? Soul Rebel Sounds. Nice. So we'll move on to the next one, which is a track by Solo called Outcry, Maine, 7th of October. Let's see what he's saying.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Run the track. Run the track.
Just checking the sides. This is very different from Solo, very different. He normally does like liquid, a bit of a roller stuff, but mainly he is more like, he keeps it smooth, you know what I mean? Interesting to hear something like that. Nice use of like the fills and the breaks, that metal timpan sort of break, that needs to come up quite a lot, to be fair. It feels like it just goes away. There's parts of the tune which are really, really cool, and then there's others which it feels like it just comes away from you, so we'll try and get back to them points in a minute. But just reading some of the comments, it's really interesting because Soul Rebel Sounds, you say it starts off really nice, really smooth, and then it drops into something dark. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. And then on another note, sometimes you do need the light with the dark, or the Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, to throw them off. But I get what you're saying. I think the middle breakdown's better than the intro. It kind of keeps the contrast of what's happening, like especially here. And I don't know if that's the same here. Yeah, it's similar, but you know, listening to this for like, is it 16 bars, 32 bars, this? You don't expect it to come into this. But it's tasty. I think it's really nice. Let's see what some of you lot are saying. So yeah, Ethel, wicked samples. Yeah, the samples he's used is really, really nice. As I say, he's a good producer, you know. Not into the guitar. What, is that like that fret sort of noise? Scotty Ups really likes the tune. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed vibe. I like it, just for the record. I think it's cool. I just think the mix needs a bit of work. As I say, there's elements which feel like it just comes away from you. And then there's others where it sounds pretty cool, so... SOS is funny, like, and you're not a fan of D&B. Come on, man, we're all fans of jungle, drum and bass. Come on, my DJ. Yeah, the breaks are slightly unbalanced. That's what I'm saying. There's a metal one, there's like a timpan one. It just feels like it's not quite up front as the others. So what I would recommend is playing the drums, you know, the percussion, the backing loops, whatever. Just play the drums, listen, look at it on an analyzer, measure the loudness, look at the tonal balance. If you're playing the drums and then one break all of a sudden like really comes bright up here, then obviously bring that down, bring the volume back up, re-level it all, keep an eye on the lufs meter, you know, keep an eye on the analyzer, just listen. And that drum roll there, the fill, it's too loud. And also it's got too much high, around 3K. It's not showing it on the display, on the analyzer, but it just feels like that 2K, 3K area. See, this part here, this is when I felt like, oh, what's happening? Because the tune sort of, it does come away from you. Personally, I would drop the sub, the octave lower. That's where I'd go with that, honestly. So we just make a little cut there. forget the drums, right? I suppose what we could do is this. Hang on. So duplicate, bring this back up there. If we just get an EQ on here just to isolate that low end, get rid of all this crap, don't need it. Right. Something like that, and then what we need is this again, spin it round. So something like the lower octave but with the rest of the drums. You see what I'm saying? So with the octave lower and the drums, the octave lower as in the B line, and then we'll go back to how it was. So as it is, as it was. Do you know what I mean? The weight's there. That's what it needs. It needs the octave lower in the sub, because you can see here in the spectrogram. Look, that's normal, and that's when I was going backwards and forwards. So with the octave lower and then the sub where it is, there's just note there, nothing there from 60 hertz and below. So that's what I'm saying. Have a think about that. If you're watching this back, definitely consider when you go into them really high bits, keep the bass high, but come lower with the sub, because it just feels like there's just no power in it. So well done, Solo. Excellent tune, mate. Big ups for sending that in, bro. Next up, we're switching it up now. So we've got Drillo G, and we have a track called Bring the Ruckus.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Run the track.
Check the end, look, make this little cut. It'll blow your ear off air, listen. So that white noise air is either because you've left dithering on, or you're using some sort of like tape emulation or something from Waves and you've left the analog button left on. You tend to get it a lot from Waves. They say, oh yeah, here's the analog switch, here's the analog button, and all it does is that. It just adds noise. Let me know, bro, if you're still in the chat. What is that noise from? Is it because you're using a lot of saturation, are you using a lot of tape emulation, or it's the ozone? Did you leave dithering on? If it is, that's all it is. So worst case scenario, can always just take a noise print of that and then phase reverse it, and it'll completely remove it from the tune. Some mixed vibes going on again. Conclave, I do agree with you to some extent about the panning of the percussion. I mean, you can even see here in the wave, look, the right side is much more transient with the clap. You know, when you play it in mono, look, back to stereo, yeah, the clap just really comes back over to the right. But I do get it, you know, with this sort of music, this style of music, you can experiment to some degree because the vocals are the main key with these tunes. So, you know, you're doing very well to send an instrumental drill track without a vocal on it. And we listened to the whole thing and we were vibing off the whole thing. So Future was feeling it. So I was actually thinking of putting air on the track. Bypass. It does help massively, but at the same time it's pulling out that noise, that white noise. I think that's a bit more than just dithering. That's quite a lot of noise. Have a look, see what's going on. Yeah, it sounds much nicer with air. It feels like it just opens up. I like the saying, it makes it sound more expensive. I mean, other than that, right, in all the tunes you've ever sent, or all the tunes I've ever heard from yourself, Drill OGs, is like, this is the most tidiest mix, you know? And I say that with the utmost respect, like, this is very tidy. It's just tonal balance issues. That's it. I can hear in the sides that you've got that bass line. It sounds crunchy as hell, man. You know? But when you play the track in left only, the bass is phasing, look. Then play it in right. So it's like the one in the right speaker is more like, it's got like a growl to it. The one in the left is more like, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on there, but if you do play the track in sides only, there's so much harmonic content going off in this bass. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. But just need to just play with the claps or something. See if you have panned them, or maybe it's just a sample. I don't know. But as I say, as long as you've got the main kick, the main sort of stamp, which is like the clap or something, focused in the center, you know, the groove set solid, then you've got the backbone of the tune. And then with the bass and everything, you know, make sure again the most juiciest part is in mono, is centraled. And then if you have got like loads of harmonic content layered on it, then that's when you can start opening that up more, which you have done already. But it's just something going on between left and right in the bass. Just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Every tune you send is getting better and better and better. So moving on, we have a track by Cynical Gene and Section and Frets. So it looks like a triple collab here. I think it's called Neon version 3. So let's do this.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
there's something bothering me about the snare. Yes. So, some mixed vibes to start with there. I think it grew on you. So, it's one of them again where I like the tune, but there's things that need tidying up and tightening up and this, that, the other. I noticed that although this is a WAV, it's clipping. It's going past 0 dB. So, the minute I dropped it at minus 0.20, as in 0.2 of a dB, it took it out of the red. And I don't know if that was a contribution towards the distortion. The thing is as well, Future, is that, you know, you're saying it's a vibe, but it does sound a bit mash up and a bit distorted in places, and that distortion could be due to how it's been made loud. You know, Section did say to me, you might not be able to use this for the show because it's already been limited, and I said, well, I prefer to use self-masters or, you know, mastered tunes, whatever, because it then shows us where the artist is trying to take it. Regardless, let's just say, like, however it's been limited, however it's been pushed, maybe that's a contribution towards that overall drive of the sound. I don't know, but there is a couple of things where in this breakdown here, see that bass line, that needs more, that needs to be aggy. You think of like old Ram, like Ram from, you know, late 90s, early 2000s. So you see this like burner bass here. See, it's got the air, it's got the to it, but this is too tidy. This is too like. you know, it wouldn't hurt to get something like a wave shaper on there or something just to... Oh, there's an update. We love an update. Obviously, there's a lot going off in the background of it, and we are pushing it to the extreme. Without. With. It just adds that little tickle on the end. I quite like that. And then with. I love all those like voice, those Vox sort of synth. I like all that. I just feel like this just needs to be a bit more dirty. That bass line there, especially like coming from this long intro here. Yeah, this is it. So I'm just reading what some of you guys are saying. It reminds you of Matrix. This is like some Ant Miles or what's the other guy on RAM who used to just do a lot on RAM? Origin Unknown and stuff like that. Like what was that LP? What was the RAM LP? Sound in Motion. Yeah, Shimon. Yes, there you go. See, Conclave, everyone's on it. See, that's the vibe sort of like I'm getting from that sort of era. Look. It doesn't sound too bad when you really crunk it out. So it's a three-way collab, so it can get messy when you're doing collabs, going from one artist to another artist, you know, the door or whatever, or if they're going online and they're doing a collab that way. I don't know. It's a nice tune, you know. I think we all agree that it's a nice banger. So don't be scared when you do like a bass before the drop of the tune to copy paste it into its own channel and just turn it up a couple of dBs, add more saturation to it, so then it adds that more impact, you know, for when it lands on the bass by itself. Obviously, like, get it in contrast so when the tune does drop it still feels like it's big, but there's nothing wrong with copying a bass on its own, onto its own channel, and then just excite it more. Guys, you know, like I say, when you watch this back, because I know some of you couldn't make it to listen back to that feedback, I just think just maybe tone back however it's been made loud, because I believe that's something that's to do with the distortion across the tune. Read the comments, what everyone was saying as well, because there's some amazing comments saying about the kick and whatever. Definitely look at making those basses a bit more gritty. Moving on. So we have Hazardous Music, Papa G, with his track The Reaper.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
As we do this.
Run the track.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Run the track.
So, mate, that is some proper original Badman business. Towards the end there, you can see that I kind of went in and did a little bit of EQing and stuff. Just reading some of your comments and that. So, Papa G, lovely tune. I love the suspense. I love the tension. I love how it's all sort of like leading into something. Do you know what I mean? And I like this bit, right? This is like Dillinger where he comes away with everything. It's just like... yeah, 94 vibes. You know what I mean? Like Dilly will come in like, yeah. You know what it was? It's one of his samples. Remix. You know? So for me, right, you've got all these lovely basses going on. Where's this like? There's a nice little rip bass here. Yeah. That's where you need to come in on the intro. So on this breakdown... This is my idea of where you need to go. So duplicate that bad boy. Then on the intro, just before the intro comes in, you get the idea, right? So let's just get rid of this a minute because we don't need it. But come in like Dilly. Come in like how Dillinger used to come in. So on the filter sweep. So the bass would be like... then on the last one before it drops, we know pure bass like nasty ways, you know what I mean? And then oh gosh. But as always, mate, that's just my take on it. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, the tune's great. The tune's wicked. Looking at the EQ that I did, I scooped out a bit of that knock from the kick. I used split EQ because I used the transients to take away some of the knock from the kick because I felt like the kick was a bit too hard. Like, as in it was hitting, you know what I mean? But it was just a bit hard. So, where is it? I did a boost in the mids about 500, 600 and that sort of lifted out that aiming. So very small touches on the tune to sort of bring it forwards to where it is. A bit of air as well in the tops, you know, to help open it up. But these sort of things can be done in the mix, you know. But, you know, if you were to say to me, mate, I haven't got a copy of this anymore, I need it mastering, then yeah, these are the moves that you could do to bring it back, give it some life again. So Papa G. And tomorrow, me and Papa G, we've got an interview tomorrow, haven't we, bro? So in Nottingham at 1 o'clock. I don't know whether it's going to be on Twitch. I don't know whether they're going to, stream it live. It was from a remix competition that we took part in, and it was like a hip hop drill tune. I don't know. And of course, I'm very limited for time. Drawed for Papa G. He smashed out a tune. We mixed it together. I put a little spin on it. I did a little touch on it, and we ended up winning. So nice. So yeah, if it is being streamed, I'll get the link for everybody, and then if you can be bothered, watch it. But it's at 1. So anyway, moving on. Future, man, like Future. As we about to drop Timeline 1999 by Future.
Run the track.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Yes. Future. So you're saying after listening to it, you want to do some more work? Be interesting to hear what you want to do to it. The tune is 5.5 minutes. Yeah, we got right to the 5 minute mark, and it wasn't like a struggle. If you know what I mean, we got there. I think this is cool. Maybe like before the drop, Ethel said something about the drop was a bit like quiet, nothing really going on. But again, it's like on the Papa G tune. It's that suspense. It's like. You know what I mean? Then come in with that Adam F little rewind effect just before the drop, you know what I mean? Just something, just something to lead you in rather than it happening, rather than it just coming in. That's the only thing I could think of. But yeah, SRS, totally agree. Future does this all the time. His second drop is just dutty. Like, the second drop is always a smasher. And I'm like, oh, mate, that needs to be first. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It keeps you listening to that second drop. And because Future does it a lot on his tunes, it makes you then want to hear what he's going to come with on that second drop. Do you know what I mean? It ain't no copy paste business. But yeah, the sub is absolutely strong. The clap, the hats. I mean, look on the spectroscope here. Lovely bottom end. These like brush lines here, the clap, the hi hats. You got a lot of space going on. If you do want, because I know you got quite a few tunes that you're looking to get mastered. So let me know, bro, if this is another one that you want to revisit, go back to. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. We have Posk. We have Man Like Posk. And we got Gucci Slides, version 1. And again, I was hoping for him to come in the chat so we can check this one out. I might text him now while we're playing this tune. So, Posk, Gucci Slides.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Gucci sliders in the still got the thing, yeah. Don't got a boatload, bitch, I'm rocking boatload. Hola, who that hope though? Yeah, bitch, I go loco. Pop the photo. Now I need me FOMO. Smoking on that dope low, making money so low. Give me head, yeah, bitch, give me head. I don't want it if that bitch ain't bad, yeah. Sippin' scissor with my money in the bag, yeah. Gucci sliders in the still got the thing, yeah. And they still got the thing, yeah. Sippin' scissor with my money in the bag, yeah. Gucci sliders and they still got the thing, yeah. Sliders and they still got the thing, yeah. And they still got the thing, yeah.
Well, Posk, looks like you've won them over. Getting a lot of love for this one, bro. I just texted him as well. Like I said to him, Posk, we're playing your tune. He sent me 2 tunes, by the way, and I chose this one because I thought, you know what, this is really different in comparison to the other tracks we played tonight. The second tune he sent me, we're going to use for the Halloween special, because as I say, next week I'm not here, I'll be away, and then on the 24th, I believe it is, and then I'm doing Open the Door with DJ Rap, and then I'll be back. Where's Conclave? Normally Conclave has something to say with, Jump Up. Even Soul Rebel Sounds is feeling this, and he's a straight up junglist. You know what I mean? He is like... So Posk, like for me, yeah, the track's great. We listened to the whole entire thing without getting bored, without sort of like, oh, I don't know. But I know this is a self-master and everything, but for me, it needs way more lows. Like literally, I've done a boost of 5 dBs at around 60 hertz. And once I did that, it kind of counterbalanced the tops. I love the screaming bass. I love how like it changed gear throughout the tune. You know, it came in on the drop here.
Bitch, I'm rocking boat low, hold on, still got the thing, yeah.
It's like 3 a.m, like low skank, time to bend your ankle. And then it changes gear. And then again. But it just needs this. And again, you need headphones or speakers to hear that bit there, 60 hertz and below. It just needed more weight, needed more. If I take that EQ off it, just bypass. Look at the sub, like here. See how it's orange now? I've turned it off, and that's with it on. So let's do a full time round with the sub boost off. So turn it back on, let's play it back, and then watch the orange line just glow. It'd be nice to try and find the fundamental of that sort of snare knock. It's somewhere behind the basses, because it's around here. Yeah, it's there. It's there. But because you got that bass there, it kind of masks the snare a little. So a little bit of track spacer, maybe, just to allow the snare to just poke its head more. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all there, but it would just be nice to have that snare a little bit sharper. Again, that might be due to the limiting or the way it's been made loud, the clipping or whatever. Maybe it shaved a bit of that peak off. I don't know. But other than that, mate, can't fault the tune. Absolute banger. So, well done. Wicked, mate. As we move, so we have up next, I believe this is you, Scotty Up. He's recently changed his production name to, is it Wenlock? So anyway, moving on, man like Wenlock.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
Run the track! Run the track!
If the public knew precisely what the presence of UFOs mean, they would literally run for their life. If the public knew precisely what the presence of UFOs mean, they would literally run for their life. literally run for their life. Literally run for their life. Precisely what the presence of UFOs mean. They would literally run for their life.
Well, Roots Maneuver, that was. Bro, you've got this down to a T. Like this original late 90s whole hardcore jungle, you know, before it's separated into jungle and hardcore. Mate, you've got this down to a T. Like, honestly, man, this sounds great. If I was to be really picky, I would say it just needs a bit of weight in the kick. Like the kick drum, I've added 3 dBs at 37 hertz just to sort of thicken out that low end. But again, we're so used to hearing modern music now with the weight, with the bass, that in the 90s it wasn't as full. Probably have a think about that. And then around 1k, 1.5k, I took a little slice out of the high mids. I just felt like it was a bit scratchy up there. I don't know if it was actually the synth. No, it's the Amon. It's the shh from the Amon. That's what I'm trying to sort of suppress a little bit. So create a really tight cue, and then we'll boost, and then we'll find it. So yeah, 2.8. This little beast here. That's what I'm picking up on, and I'm thinking that needs to come down a lot. So me doing across the whole tune is not really ideal. It's because it's the Amon at fault here. So with the cut, bypass. See, it's very subtle, but mate, smacking it hard. These are the sort of tunes that you need to get over to Vinyl Fanatics, because it'd just be nice to hear what Brent has to say about them and then go from there, because I know for a fact that he would want a 4-track off you, you know, just by doing it. So I know you've got 2 tracks booked in with me for mastering, so let's get them done. We'll submit them to Brent, see what they say. If not, we can go elsewhere with it. There's other avenues we can go. But yeah, again, mate, a lot of love. A lot of people... Drill OG. Charlie says Wicked, bro. Absolutely wicked. See, everyone woke up on that one. SRS is feeling it. You know what I mean? London was feeling it. Hazardous Showcase was in there. Doms, he's disappeared. Don't know where he's gone. That was a tune for Doms. You know what I mean? But big, mate. Well done, man. There's nothing else really I can say. You know, other than just those little EQ points. That's it. So, moving on. Let's just bypass all that lot. Give it a little save. We are rolling on to the last two tunes, and up steps man like SRS, Drive You Crazy. So check it out.
Run the motherfucking rhythm. Itch it up, my selector. All up,
And there we have it, people. SRS on the buttons. So, mate, like, again, you're savage with the Amon. Absolute savage. And I love how you pitch stuff up and pitch it down and twist it and mangle it. I love all that stuff. I absolutely love all that. It's wicked stuff. So with this pad here, well, that lead, this... See, for me, the contrast between the tune and that lead, it feels a bit detached. That's just my opinion. Like, and then you come here. Those pads there, amazing. Love the pads. It might need something similar to that, but I just think it's too digital. It's too bright. It's just too zesty compared to the rest of the tune. The tune is like some proper Amon, dusty, trace like smacker. Those vocals are lovely, like all these pads, the dreamy pads are brilliant, but this lead here, if you want to use it, if you keep that in the tune, because there's nothing wrong with it other than the tone of it. So if you just need to put like a high shelf or a low pass on it and really just sweep it off, like sweep all the top off, because that's like setting the level of the brightness of the tune. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is the brightest point of the tune, that sound. So then you get this perception that the rest of the tune's not as bright and it's dull, when in reality it's not. It's just because that sound is just so like MIDI. It's the only way I could put it. But mate, as always, you got a lot of love for that tune, man. Sounds wicked. Again, you kept it interesting. You didn't keep that lead in. Remember the tune that we played the other week? Everyone was feeling that as well, but it was just like, just drop the pad, let's just have like a run of just drums. I did some crazy EQ moves here, as you can see with this plugin. As you can see, a real big boost from 20 hertz down to 80 hertz, 4 dBs, and then from there 100 hertz to about 1k. I've lowered all that again just to try and push the bass out more. That's all it is. So if I was to play the tune with the before and after, the tune's going to sound louder, and then you'll get the louder sounds better bias sort of approach on that. So I'm going to play it with, and then I'll play it without the EQ. Okay, so with the EQ, then without. Again, it's that whole Amon around 6k. A lot of people have problems with fixing the Amon around 6k. So again, depending on where the pitch is of the Amon, because if it's low, you won't have that problem. But this sort of area, the key, the pitch, whatever, just look on an analyzer really, and obviously again use your ears. But have a poke with an EQ at around 6k. Dip it. Did it sound less scratchy? Did it sound less like fresh up there? Then it's just about trial and error. Have a poke. Sometimes you don't actually pick up on it until you've had a poke with the EQ. I know these go-to areas of what does 40 hertz sound like, what does 250, what does 1k, what does 2.5. Do you know what I mean? You have a poke in those areas and you just add or take away, and you think, well, what sounds better? But again, try and do it with the same loudness in mind, because you can always be fooled by louder sounds better. But yeah, so for me, if you want to go back to this, bring the sub up, and then on the Amon, look at pushing out around 1.5 but reducing around 6k. It's around that area, 6k. Just do a little dip, and then you might find that the volumes drops. So bring the volume back up at the Amon, like whatever you lose, a dB or 2 dBs or something. And then on that pad, so this pad, again, just slow past that, just to take that sort of, the edge off it. But otherwise, bro, as always, thank you so much, man. I need to send you a bundle of tunes as promised, because Doms was spinning a set on Saturday night, I think it was, and you played a couple of my tunes, and you were like, what, is this you? And I was like, yeah, I'm a retired junglist, one of them ones. But I really appreciate the love, man, and everything. I'm not retired, really, just in the background. So as we move on to the last one of the night, and it's a track by Jack South called Spirit Door. It's a nice tune, I'll be honest with you. It's actually a nice tune. So let's see what you all think of this one.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
deadly. Some tribal. Pure darkness. Darkness, everybody. Honestly, mate, you'll be dropping this at 5 in the morning. Mans are just like flaking out. People have got their head in the speakers, the lot, just mashing it up. Oh my days. See, again, this sort of tune, right, it's a typical game tune. Do you know what I mean? I could hear this in a game. But look, the track's 6 minutes. We just listened to the whole tune from start to end. 6 minutes. So, it's cool. But yeah, definitely something missing, you know. That's why I feel as well, like, you know, from what you lot were saying, is that it does need some vocals. It needs something to make it more like trippy. Because the track's quite trippy anyway. Very tribal, very dark, you know, moody. And because it's so, like, repetitive, it would be nice to have something trippy, you know, like a sound or something that's quite trippy that's coming out. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can hear this on games. You can hear this like in films or something. It's just very intense. You know, the mix is great, but it just sounds very pushed. I mean, if this is a self-master, then cool, but it's very, very pushed. And although this is at 0 dB, there's still a gap in the middle, but at the top there isn't. So there's something off there, because it should be the same, like whether it's like to the top or the bottom. See, the bottom's completely maxed out, the top's maxed out, but in the middle it's not, you know? Can't think of the word of what it's called, but it's like a DC offset sort of thing. I don't know, it might be completely wrong. But anyway, yeah, there you go, you see? You could actually hear it while playing Call of Duty or something like that, you know what I mean? But that's why I thought I'd leave that one till last, because it's deep in the place. So, we still got about 5-10 minutes. So, any questions? Anyone want to know anything? Want to share anything? Not your love for Jump Up Future, and we already know about that. What's the name of that spectroscope? This is Vision 4 times by Noisia. It's the Vision 4 times. All I can say is wait till Black Friday, then get it, because I got this when it very first came out, and it was literally less than half the price to what it is now. But it is quite expensive, to be fair, and I got it for about, I swear I got it for about 25 quid from Plug-in Boutique, and now it's like about 80 quid, 90 quid for the full version, because I don't think there was any versions when I got it. Like, it was just, this was it. Now you can get like these lighter versions where you can do less, but some of the updates I've been emailing about, saying, oh, can't you make the references, can you not make your own, like your own curves? So like, that's the curve I created myself, quite like that. Again, not trying to bend people's tunes to that, but it's a good ballpark sort of curve. The D&B hard, that's brilliant, that's really cool. The jungle one is also cool for when you're working on jungle, so there's a nice curve there, works well. And then there's like house, and then there's all sorts of bits and pieces. But yeah, I like it for this view, and I'll be honest with you, when I got it for this. I got it purely for that, because I like visually stuff. I you know, use your ears obviously, but I like visual stuff. I like visual aid, you know what I mean? It definitely works. And I wanted the this gnome meter, if it was called a gnome meter, or just basically left and right scope. But then I really got into the spectrogram. Now honestly, I see it before, I've used it before, and I was just a bit like meh. But when I got my head around this one, I was like, wow, that's all I'm using it for now. It's literally just the spectrogram. So Intense Complex, none of my tunes have that curve. I like my mountains on the right. That's it, mate. At the end of the day, it's not about, you know, conforming to a curve, but depending on the genre of music you're working to, you know, if you're within the target, then you know you're not that far off. But again, I can't stress enough, use your ears, listen to what's happening, stab around frequencies. There's a great EQ training curve. If I pull this EQ up here, the reason why I use this EQ is because I set a default is this, look, 63 hertz, 125, 250, 500, 1000, 2000, 4000, 8000, 16,000. Those few points there are my go-to points. So regardless of whether you got visuals or whatever, I'm just using my ears and I'm listening. And when I'm mastering a tune, I am literally moving these up and down and around, because these are my go-to areas of listening to the track. And sometimes, you know, you get a cool outcome. Honestly, mate, what have you been smoking? Are you back on the DMT, Future? Yes, also as well, bigging up man like Busy B for the Brain Records tee. Had to rep that today. If anyone's got any merch tees, send them. I'll wear them. You know what I mean? Style it out for you. Are you on the meth? Ah, okay then, mate. That's why you're going a bit deluded, my DJ. So listen, as I say, so this was the last show because next week I'm away, and the week after that, the 24th, I'm on Open the Door with DJ Rap. So again, you can always submit tunes to Rap. Go to our website. There's some sort of link there to submit the tunes, so that should be interesting. And then we're back, and I'm just still debating, do we do a show on Halloween? Is anybody going to be here, or is everybody going to be out trick-or-treating, getting your Snickers? What's everyone saying? Yeah, big up Strilla G, man, honestly. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here, do you know what I mean? So Doms, you're here, you can all dress up. Yeah, big ups Future. Listen, man, we'll catch up tomorrow or something, give me a shout. But as I say, me and Papa G, we've got an interview tomorrow with some heads in Knots. If it's going live, I will let you all know. I'm not too sure, but what I will do is, if you lot are still on it and you want to hear some beats, I'll raid you into Drum and Basics because he's pretty cool. He's doing a raid train soon, and I wouldn't mind being part of it. I want to get on that. But anyway, I might be streaming on Friday, a little mix and blend on the 1s and 2s. If anyone's about, check it out. Ethel's always in there, raving it up, loving it up, you know what I mean? I'm just going to say peace. So big ups everyone, have a good evening, and thank you as always for taking part. Absolutely wicked stuff. Boom.